Hey guys, DarkMata from Bedlam Brothers here, and welcome to the Bane episode of School of Legends. Today I'm going to be looking at Bane. He can be purchased for 55 marks of legend from the Legends vendor. Bane's movement mode is acrobatics. This means he can sprint across the ground, use grappling hook to travel faster, climb walls and ceilings, and has a type of flight. Bane's health is 6,552. This is roughly 5% lower than the base level of HP for characters I've tested so far. As with all characters, blocking counters your opponent's lunge attacks. Throughout the series you'll see each character's lunges, so take note and learn when to block. Bane's combat style is brawling. His lunge moves you closer to the target and counters any range attacks. As always, you should take a moment to look at Bane's combo list and get familiar with it to become more effective at hand-to-hand combat. As Bane uses brawling style, there's two combos I'd like to highlight. The first combo is called Hammer Fist. This is a 3-hit combo which can execute a lunge on the second and third hit, which deals fairly decent damage. The next combo is called Haymaker. This is a 5-hit combo which can interrupt on the 4th and 5th strike for massive damage. These combos can be clipped at any point, cutting the animation short, allowing you to get started on your next attack. It's important to note that these combos can be blocked. With brawling, tapping range attack will block break a blocking opponent and is still vulnerable to being lunged. You can also block break using the held range attack. This attack is also susceptible to being lunged. It is very important to vary between melee and range attacks in order to trick your opponent and make sure you win the counter for your immunities. Moving on to Bane's power moves starting from left to right. The first is called Ground Slam. This deals AoE damage and knocks back multiple targets. This move is usable while controlled. The second is called Battle Roar. This attack pushes back and damages multiple opponents in the direction you're looking at. This move is vulnerable to being interrupted. The third is called Seismic Slam. Bane rips a rock out of the ground which can be thrown or smashed on multiple opponents, grounding them. I strongly recommend always throwing the rock as it deals considerably more damage. The fourth move is called Crossing Lunge. This attack deals AoE damage and a knockback effect to multiple targets. His fifth move is called Venom Up. This move is 100% supercharge. When activating this move there are various things that happen. Firstly, when popping this move you become invulnerable to damage for 5 seconds whilst the animation plays. You'll also notice Bane increases in size. This increases his max HP from 6,552 to 7,618, about a 15% boost to his max health. It also grants him a heal which is typically over 1,000 health restored, and if it crits can be close to 2,000. Bane also gains an additional melee combo. It won't be listed in his combo tab, but you can use it. To activate this combo, tap melee 4 times and hold melee on the 5th hit. Interestingly, this combo doesn't even have a name programmed, and in the combat tab it's simply titled Primary Attack, but it appears like the martial arts elbow drop. Lastly, the amount of damage your hits do increases its cap, meaning that your crits can hit for enhanced damage. You can stay in this form with the stat increases as long as you like, or until you're killed. You'll notice that the supercharge move is empty but still available. That's because this isn't even his final form. You can build his supercharge again to reach Bane's third and final form. Once again, activating this final form raises Bane's HP a second time to a whopping 8,117, about a 25% health boost to his base form. As before, this grants him his 1000+ heal and makes you invulnerable for 5 seconds while the animation plays through. In this final form, Bane's crit damage cap has been raised even higher, and on top of this, your crit damage chance has been increased as well. On one test in this form, 70% of Bane's attacks critted. As with the previous form, he can still use the elbow drop combo. The last difference in this form is the Venom Up supercharge move has been replaced by Grapple Line, which grounds, pulls and damages a single target. Unlike his second form, his final form will time out, returning you to normal after 1 minute, meaning you will lose the HP and critical damage enhancements. And Bane's last move is called Venom Clap. This damages multiple enemies over time in the direction you're looking at, with fairly big damage per tick. Overall, Bane is a hard-hitting character with lots of versatility. He's actually my go-to character. He may have a slight lower HP stock than the other Legends characters, but the fact that nearly all of his power moves affect multiple targets, combined with the health increase, damage invulnerability, and heals granted by his supercharge, more than make up for the below average health. With a damage over time move and 50% of his loadout being clippable, Bane can do tremendous damage. In order to get the most out of Bane, you need to master the brawling combat style, ensure you get his damage over time move in, and be smart as to how and when to use his supercharges. If you can get that down, you'll be a powerful force in Legends. So why not give Bane a go, and leave a comment to let me know how you got on. Until next time, stay legendary.